And we are proposing a social media policy for all of the NCAA and any participants within the NCAA. Social media an issue in college athletics? Yes. Can social media sites help or harm our college athletes? Absolutely. It is also a platform that many leaders have taken for publicity, like our president. If the president is able to use social media, why can't our college athletes use it? We have to understand that there's a right and a wrong way to use social media. There's a policy that has to be implemented. There's barely a day goes by, as Sanderson Hall said, that we don't see sports athletes or personnel committing a social media slip up. This is why we have to have a social media policy. We, as leaders in athletics, have to look at our athletes and personal use of social media. It is important to understand how to use social media in the right way, that we do not put our programs in jeopardy. But as long as college athletes has been, or athletics has been dealing with social media, there has been a problem. The biggest issue in 2011 with the University of North Carolina football team, after seeing these violations committed by the UNC in 2011, it has set a precedent to motivate athletic departments to start monitoring their faculty and staff and student athletes' social media usage. That if they don't take action now, it will hinder and hurt their programs. Ever since social media platforms have come about, a policy had to be implemented. This is why we are proposing a policy for this to be implemented. The policy has to be set specifically for social media usage. How does an athletic department implement a policy of this nature? First, policy has to be created. It is important that the NCAA has to be noted that it has not been implemented yet of a formal policy related to social media uses or monitoring. First, we have to understand what the policy is and how it can be used. Policies provide a variety of rules and boundaries that govern student athletes' social media usage. There were classified as follows: content rules, monitoring rules, and other oriented rules by Sanderson, Hall, and Gramick. They all said this. The student athlete has to acknowledge that they are going to be fully responsible for their actions on social media, so there has to be an action plan set for it. They must have specific guidelines and clear repercussions based on the wrong actions that they're doing. We must have a social media policy within the NCAA and student athletes.